things that I realize is the critical role that journalism plays in determining what the American people think about. And I grew increasingly frustrated after so many years of being in journalism, seeing the incredibly terrible portrayals of Latinos. I was raised in this country almost all my life. I was born in Puerto Rico, came here as a baby, and was raised here all my life. And yet in the public schools, I never got any information about my own homeland, the history of Puerto Rico, the contributions of Puerto Ricans to American society, as well as our own cultural developments. And so it has been for so many millions now of Salvadorans, Mexican children, Guatemalan, Honduran, Dominican, Cuban, Panamanian, Colombians, who have grown up here in this country knowing virtually nothing of their own experiences and only seeing negative portrayals of their role in American society and the dominant media. So the United States is not unique in trying to deal with the problem of modern immigration. The reality is that in a globalized world, millions and millions of people are moving from one country to another. In England, they don't know what to do about all the Pakistanis and the Indians and the Jamaicans. In France, they don't know what to do about all the Algerians, Tunisians, and Moroccans. In Germany, they don't know what to do about all the Turks. And in the United States, the country has increasingly attempted to confront the reality of this enormous demographic shift in the population, largely centered from Latin America, the West Indies, and now increasingly from Asia and Africa. My book, Harvest of Empire, tries to put all of that in context. The reason there are so many Algerians, Tunisians, and Moroccans in France is because those were the original colonies of the French Empire. The reason there are so many Indians, Pakistanis, and Jamaicans in England is because those were the colonies of the British Empire. And the reason there are so many Latin Americans and West Indians and others from the southern region of the Americas is that that was the initial incubator of the American Empire. All the great multinational corporations started in Latin America. And what happened is, as the colonial powers went out to conquer these territories or intervene or run them, they also created trade routes, they created communication routes, they created personal ties. Often the soldiers of the colony were impressed into the colonizer army, so they developed their own relationship to the country, and that's why there has been this enormous migration as the Third World has come to the West ever since World War II, and will increasingly continue to provide the main sources of new young labor for these dominant European countries.